Alright, what's up guys? Get here battle. 3rd gen OU because what the hell else do I post really anymore? Versus Jbudster, and well, he leads up with the Gengar, and that's kind of bad because I lead off with Pert. Now, I know that one of 3 things are probably going to happen. He's either going to A, Will-O-Wisp, B, Hypnosis, or C, Giga Drain. I'm kind of okay with the other 2, and when I mean other 2, I mean Will-O-Wisp or the Giga Drain as he uses right here, because of the fact, Will-O-Wisp, I do have the Aromatherapy. I mean, I guess that's the same thing with the Hypnosis, but whatever, because I have Pursuit on this T-Tar, and being real, who the hell expects Pursuit Tar in 3rd gen? That's right, nobody, so his Gengar dies, and, you know, that's a dead Gengar. So, yeah. So, after I take out his Gengar, he busts out a Suicune, and I'm just like, whoa, bro, calm down, alright? It's just Tyranitar with Pursuit, it's not threatening at all, you don't have to bust this thing out yet. But, yeah, Suicune, he's gonna go for the Surf as I switch into Swampert. Surf is like a 6-hit KO or something crazy like that with the leftovers and stuff. So, you know, I'm not really threatened by that at all, so I'm just gonna, you know, roar out just to scout out the rest of his team. However, he also does go for the Roar, which, you know, since Suicune is faster, he's going to roar before me because, yeah. And he roars me into Tyranitar. Now, keep that in mind, that he roars me into Tyranitar, because he roared me into... just remember. Now, because, you know, he's going for the Roar, I'm just like, well, he's either going to go for the Calm Mind or the Surf, so let's just go into freaking Celebi, which can, you know, take that. It doesn't like taking Ice Beams, though, but so far I've seen 3 moves that he is using. I've seen Surf, Calm Mind, and Roar, which is good because of the fact that his last move will either have to be Ice Beam, which is kind of okay because of the fact that if he has Ice Beam, then he doesn't have Rest, meaning he won't have, you know, that much longevity. However, on the other hand, if he has Rest over Ice Beam, he really can't do anything to Celebi, nor could he really do anything to my Salamence. And he does go for the Roar, not the Ice Beam. Now, that means, you know, he could either A, not have Ice Beam, or wants to save it and wants me to send in my Celebi or my Mence when, you know, I'm assuming it's safe, and then he just busts out the Ice Beams and destroys me. However, he does go for Roar, roaring me back out into T-Tar again, and because I'm just completely stupid or something, I go for the HP Grass, not even realizing, oh wait, he has a Calm Mind, so HP Grass isn't going to do anything, and at the same time, like, I'm going to take a fuck ton of damage, so that was probably a bad idea. However, you know, I got the Leech Seed and the Leftovers recover, and really, it doesn't really seem like I took really any damage at all, so, yeah, there's that. So I go back into Pert because, again, I do have the Leech Seed on it, so it's not like this thing's going to do anything. As he busts out a Heracross, I'm just like, dude, you have a bunch of threatening pokes, calm down. But, as far as he knows, you know, he can't really... as far as he knows, I do see Leftovers. Actually, as far as I know, I see Leftovers, so he doesn't have Choice Band, meaning I can safely go into Mence, not get O-Code by the Rock Slides, and hopefully go for an HP Flying or something like that, as it'll probably 2-shot this Suicune at his range. But he just switches back out into Suicune, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool, I guess, whatever. Obviously, again, I don't know his 4th move, and this would be a specific time that I was just saying, like, I could just go for an attacking move, assuming he doesn't have Ice Beam, and he could just use Ice Beam. So I do go into Cloyster. He does go for the Roar again, so that just makes me, you know, he doesn't have Ice Beam. He can't have Ice Beam. Right? I'm hoping. Yeah. But he does roar me for the 3rd time into Tyranitar. I'm like, dude, roar me into literally anything else, and I'll be okay with it. Like, I don't want to, like, go into T-Tar to take your Surfs. Like, this is bad. But, yeah, so he goes for the Surf again on my Cloyster. That does look to be, actually less than a 3-hit KO, but because of the Sandstorm, it actually is a 3-hit KO. I'm hoping that, you know, with min-max damage, that the Sandstorm won't kill me by the time. But obviously, at this point, it's a perfect time to go for the Spikes, because, you know, I'm a Cloyster, I'm going to take, like, 2 more hits of Surf, might as well go for Spikes at this point, and there's a lot of switching going around, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I do go for the Spikes. He does go for the Magneton, I guess acting like I'm a Fortress or a Skarmory, but, no, I'm not. But yeah, whatever. Magneton, I mean, that's good to know, because Magneton really doesn't do anything to my team. because of the fact, you know, I don't have a steel type at all, and, you know, Thunderbolt isn't going to do shit to anybody. So, yeah, now I know he's going to go for the sub. Here, I just decided to go for Roar because, you know, I got a layer of spikes. It's not like Earthquake's going to kill him or anything, so I'm just going to roar away his thing. Now, he goes for Toxic. Now, you have to keep that in mind, for sure. We'll get back to that, but remember that he did go for Toxic on Swampert. Just saying. So yeah. Anyways, I roar him into Heracross. Obviously, like I said, it's threatening, but it's not really that threatening. I am a Swampert. He has the leftovers. I don't want him to go for any focus punches or anything crazy like that, even though I went for a roar, so I guess that doesn't really make sense. But, you know, Swords Dances, substitutes, all that kind of stuff. And I do roar him into Blissey, which is very good to know because, you know, it's a fucking Blissey. I don't want to get sponged by that shit. But yeah, Blissey. So that's pretty cool. I can go for the Earthquake here. Actually, I do switch out. That's kind of weird. Actually, I know why I switched out. I actually thought he was going to go into Suicune or anything, really. Because who in their right mind would stay Blissey in on a Swampert? I mean, realistically. Unless he himself predicted, because of the fact that I am poisoned, that I don't obviously want to stay in. So, Seismic Toss, I guess, whatever. At this point, though, I see, like, most of his team... I see that he has a Magneton, which most likely means that he doesn't have a Rapid Spinner, because of the fact most of the time when people have Magnetons, it's like their pseudo spike counter thing. So I do, instead of going for the Explosion here, I do go for the second layer of spikes, because I feel like that's more beneficial, especially for the fact that we're doing a lot of switching at this point, and it seems to be that he has a kind of a Stally-ish-esque team. So, there's that. Regardless, I go into T-Tar, threaten out the Blissey with, you know, a physical move, go for the Rock Slide, which is disappointing because I was so close to going for HP Grass, but I just didn't want him to, like, do something stupid with Blissey and, you know, whatever. Plus, he could have gotten into Heracross or whatever his mystery last Pokemon is, so there's that. But good thing, because Suicune does show the rest. Now, obviously that makes sense because of the fact he has Blissey, which is, you know, most likely his Cleric, and when I say most likely, I mean it is. It's a fucking Blissey. And Rock Slide isn't gonna, or HP Grass isn't gonna do anything. At the same time, I did stay in, knowing that either A, he'll have to kill me, which then I could just revenge kill him with my Mence, and or just force him to switch, which then he'll die to Spikes. So I just stayed in, went for the HP Grass. It's not like T-Tar's gonna do anything to his team, really. As I go into Celebi, as he we both switch, he go into Magneton. Now, Celebi is faster, because of the fact that I took leftovers before he did. And, you know, standard Magneton usually have Sub and stuff like that. He's already shown Sub and Toxic. Obviously, one of the hits are T-Bolt and whatever. So I go for the Leech Seed, and I'm assuming his last move is HP Ice. Now, I missed the Leech Seed, which is kind of unfortunate, but he goes for Thunderbolt. And I'm like, alright, he could have just predicted that and just was wrong. So I'm just going to say and go for Leech Seed again, because, again, he could go for Substitute. Now, I do hit this time, but then he goes for Toxic, and I'm like, wait, so you don't have HP Ice? But if he didn't have HP Ice, he would have probably HP Grass. Or not HP Ice, sorry, HP Fire, but even if that's the case, like, he doesn't have either. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, so you don't have Ice or Fire, what do you have? So, since he's Leech Seeded, you know, I would assume he'd want to switch out going to Heracross. At the same time, I got, you know, the whole everything going on. But he goes for Hidden Power, and it's not very effective. And I'm just like, what? So let me get this straight. It's not Fire. It's not Ice. It's not Grass? Because, like, is it Grass? Because if it is Grass, like, why did he go for Toxic on my Swampert? And I'm just, like, confused at this point. Like, is it HP Water or HP Psychic? Like, what the fuck is this? I really have no clue. But at this point, he switches, goes into his Alakazam, which is actually pretty good because I still have T-Tar. T-Tar is Pursuit, Psychic type, pretty weak, you know, whatever. I go for the Heal Bell on his switch into Alakazam, and whatever. Like, I'm really confused of what that HP on the Magneton, like, if it wasn't Grass, Ice, or Fire, which it obviously wasn't the latter two, what is it? Like, the only other options, if it was a special type, I mean, I'm only assuming it's a HP special type, it would be Psychic, Water, Electric, which makes no sense, and, like, that's it. Dragon, but it's not very effective, so It's either Psychic, Ice, or Water. Or Psychic, Grass, or Water. And I don't know. I'm just confused as hell right now. But I go into the Alakazam on the Fire Punch, thinking, you know, he's probably going to fear the pursuit, so he's not going to switch out. He's probably going to stay in and go for an attacking move. I'm just going to go for Rock Slide, as he does go for the Thunder Punch, attempting to crit me, paralyze me, do whatever, before he dies. And, yeah, Rock Slide kills him. So, it's pretty good. You know, I'm ahead. I got my T-Tar out here. Now, I'm assuming he's going to predict my switch, because who in the right mind would stay in with my Tyranitar? But, you know, my T-Tar doesn't really do anything to the rest of his team, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the Fire Blast. As he goes for the Rock Slide, I'm like, yes, I'm going to kill this Heracross, but I get flinched. No, it's just like, what? That's kind of stupid. Why do you do this to me? Rock Slide. I fucking hate you. Every single time I get hit by Rock Slide by anything, like, I get flinched. It's really stupid. But, really, like I said, this T-Tar isn't going to do anything. Might as well just, you know, fodder it, get a free switch in on my Salamence, which not only will give the Heracross Intimidate, but I do have the HP Flying, which obviously will threaten him and he'll switch out and then take spike damage and all that fun stuff. However, it's kind of saddening because of the fact the game like lag spiked really hard, and then the game kind of froze at this message saying Heracross's leftovers restored a little, and the game froze. And that's playing on an emulator for you. So that happened. Somewhat unfortunate. However, we got a couple of calcs right here. Now, bear in mind, I have 2 layers of spikes on the field, and you know, like I have my Mence out. So obviously, I was going to go for the HP Flying. If he went into Suicune, I mean, he'll take the 2 layers of spikes. He's asleep. He does not have Rest Talk, or well, he has the Rest, but he doesn't have the Sleep Talk. So, you know, I could just bash him with HP Flyings, you know, or even set up my Dragon Dances to go for a sweep. Obviously, Heracross will die to 1-hit with HP Flying. If he goes into Magneton, the thing will not only take spikes, and HP Flying might even kill, but even if it doesn't, I'm faster and I can kill it off with an Earthquake or whatever. And the only thing that really could go in on my HP Flying would be his Blissey, because of the fact that not even a +1, assuming that the Blissey is max defense, max HP, bold nature, or impish nature, or whatever, +1 Dragon Dance doesn't even kill. Doesn't even 2-shot, really. So with that being said, I mean, I still had a Snorlax in the wing, and Snorlax, like, takes a beating on the rest of his team, except for Heracross, which, you know, really can't do anything to my Mence, nor to my, my Swampert. And like I said, with all this switching, I have 2 layers of spike. So, I mean, I can't say I was going to win, but I can only assume that the battle was in my favor, because Sleeping Suicune, Mence is out on a Heracross, almost dead Magneton, Blissey. I mean, that's just me. But, I guess you guys can, look at the calcs, do whatever, you know, comments, say whatever you guys want to say, but I'm just going to leave it at that. It was a good game, I'm not going to lie, especially for this guy's a first, 3rd gen battle. I mean, this guy, like I said, has battled before. I mean, you saw the battle, he was pretty decent at predicting and stuff. But whatever, I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys. Comment, rate, sub. Hope you guys enjoyed the anticlimactic ending, but yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really much else to say. But yeah, it does suck that it DC'd or whatever, lag spike, glitched, frozen, whatever. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys.